good link with the legal advisor of the organizing committee, with a team of lawyers and so on. And we have to integrate the contract analysis in the process of risk management. Another part of the risk management is the claims administration. Even if you have a fantastic risk management, you will have claims during the event. It is impossible to organize an event with 5,000 athletes, for example, without claims. And also, if you have 1 million, 2 million, 3 million tickets to sell, which means 1 million, 2 million, or 3 million spectators, you will have claims. So how to manage claims? We have 5 very important points, which are the claim victim leaves the venue very, very quickly. If you take the example of the Olympics, for example, we know that the spectator or the athlete does not stay in the country more than 3 or 4 days after the event or after the closing ceremony. Another problem is the fact that the claims take place in an incredible number of different sites. The stadiums, the main operation center, the main press center, the TV broadcast center, and so on. So you have an incredible number of areas in which you can have a claim. Also, another particularity of the management of the risk management of sport is the fact that a lot of different groups can suffer a loss. You have the spectators, you have the athletes, you have the volunteers, you have the army, you have the police, the fire people, and so on. So you have an incredible number of people who can suffer a loss, which represent for the Olympic Games, for example, more than, excluding spectators, more than 300,000 people. If you include the spectator, it's more than 3 or 4 or 5 million people. Because you have concentration of people, in particular in the stadiums, you have a real risk of catastrophic loss. So it's very important to keep that in mind. And also you have the possibility to have non-insured loss because they are, for example, they are not covered by the insurance program, or because they are in the deductible of the program. It is not because you are not insured that you are not responsible. So you have to manage also this type of claims. For the claims administration, what it is really, our motto is we have to go very, very quickly. Prompt handling is really mandatory. And it's the reason why we always have a centralized insurance and incident management team closely connected to the site with the telephone, with the fax, with the email, and so on. And also another problem is the fact that the confidentiality of the information is critical. So we have to be very well protected in order to avoid any breach of confidentiality. And what is really important to remember for the claims administration is the fact that we have a lot of claims, not before the event, not during the event, but after the event. During the dismantling period is an incredible period of time in which you have an incredible number of claims of what we call mysterious disappearance. So something disappeared and nobody knows why, and nobody knows who. And the last part of the risk management is the loss prevention and control. So we have to make a real risk analysis for every and each new buildings and development project, and we have to implement an assessment of protection system. It means that we have to be really connected with all the new technical systems, like deluge system, like sprinkler, like anti-intrusion system, and so on. So it's very important to audit permanently this protection system in order to be sure that during the event the technical system will work correctly. And also what is important is the daily surveillance of venues and implementation of corrective measures. This is also a permanent job to do. This type of job has to be done by specialized engineers capable to act quickly during the events, because this job is not only before the event, but also during the events. And because we need an immediate action in case of accident or incident. Well, Thank you very much for your attention.
一种绝活，寄生就好看，活脱脱一副面孔，人啊一丝真惨，那就是舞台上的传奇。
Sport in China. Over about 20 years now, he has won numerous teaching and research awards, so I'm not going to list them. I'm just going to welcome along to speak about the competency-based teaching mode for Chinese coaches. Welcome.
So, thank you, Mr. Chair, and my dear colleagues. It's my pleasure to stand here to present the topic competency-based teaching model for Chinese coach. For this presentation, I will give you the four-part introduction. First, the introduction. So, why we have this research? What are the deserved role of coach? Maybe the coach is just like change face. Later on, you'll see why the coach always change face. Okay. Another is What is the situation of PE teachers in the institution of higher education as coaches? Because there are more and more many high-level support teams built in the universities. Another is how does the competency-based teaching model work as the framework for coach education? So the second part is the research method involved in this report. Here we can see we use the literature review, case study, and also interviews and questionnaire in this research. And the subjects is in-served university PE teachers that have certain basis of theoretic knowledge, but vary in their age as well as competition and coaching experience. Now let's move to the third part. First, we'll see what influences the support performance. As we can see, the coaching power, the financial support, the leadership, and also the talent pool, and the administration system, all of this influence the support performance. But the most important is the teaching power. So if we see the risk management, the master mentioned is the coach. If no coach, no good result. So who is the coach? From here we can see coach are those who engage themselves in athletic training, developing and guiding athletes to achieve excellent performance. And also the quality of coach is essential to support development and to build up a powerful support relation. So as the saying goes, how many world-class coaches you have decide how many world champions you can produce. Here we can see the survey is reliable person of athletes. From this picture you can see the red one, the head coach. For the male athletes and the female athletes, both of them, the first place